Just two friends named Jake and Jake. Oh, and they're here to give you their take on the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL. Anything except NBC. Who will show up as a guest? Well, that's just yet anyone's guess. So prepare yourself for the fun and laughs from the guys. It's almost live here on the interweb. Are Jake and Jake.
Hey folks, well, here we are, episode 12 of the Jake and Jake Show. Thank you for joining us. As you've probably noticed, this week we are no longer conducting live episodes on Blog TV, at least for the moment, because we encountered so many technical difficulties doing that. So right now, how we're handling this is I am recording my bits and then I'm sending them to Jake P, and then Jake P is recording his bits separately, and he kind of combines the two into one video. So in case you see and it looks like we kind of didn't, talk hand to hand, because we're doing it at completely different times. So he's editing them to the best that he can to make it look, like one show. And we are still doing one show here. But, as I said yesterday, my segments mainly are basketball. In football, his are mainly baseball. And, other sports we kind of split. But what do we have on the agenda for today? We got a great show for you. We got baseball, Steven Strasburg's debut last night. Incredible. We'll get to that more in just a second here. We also have a lot of NBA news is going around, since the off season is only, since free agency starts on July 1st already, and it's coming up very quickly. Avery Johnson, the former head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, who was an analyst on ESPN for the past year and a half, 2 years, has finally found another job. He was hired just in the past hour or two. It became official. He was hired by the New Jersey Nets to be their new head coach. And we also have the Celtics and Lakers Game 3 results to discuss, as well as Amari Stoudemire planning to opt out of his contract, some news there. College sports we're actually going to have included in the show today, because there's some news there with the NCAA changing up conferences. Nebraska is looking to possibly move from the Big 12 to the Big 10, which would be a huge mix-up in the conference setup. And then we also have a little bit of NFL news. The San Francisco 49ers are finally going to get to have a new stadium. They've been pushing for this since about the mid-1990s, and they've been playing at Candlestick Park since the early 70s. Well, today it was finally approved by Santa Clara citizens that the 49ers can have their new stadium. And then also we've got the World Cup preview, which, if you've been watching, which hopefully you have, the last couple days, for Monday's show, Jake P previewed Groups A and B of the FIFA World Cup this year, and yesterday I previewed Groups C and D. Today he will preview Groups E and F, and then tomorrow I will wrap it up and do Groups G and H. So be sure, to catch our previews and see what you think about that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here. In the meantime, we haven't really been getting a lot of comments or questions from you guys, so, be sure to send us something. I'm going to go ahead and write down our email address here. I don't know if it's... I know we've been getting some views here on YouTube and Blip TV and that, but we have not really been getting many emails. jakeandjakeshow@gmail.com is our email address for the show. And we would greatly appreciate to hear your comments or questions, because you are our viewers, and we like to get you on there. So that is our email address, jakeandjakeshow@gmail.com. So be sure to check that out, and you can also check us out at YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, The Two Jakes Show. That's The Two Jakes Show. And then we're on Facebook and Twitter. Just if you type in The Jake and Jake Show, I'm sure it'll come up. We have a pretty decent following on both of those. And Jake P is the one who mans all that mainly. We kind of split that. Facebook I can kind of handle more, but he knows more about Twitter. I don't even know anything about Twitter. But anyway, today's show, we're going to start off. Let's go ahead and talk about Steven Strasburg. I don't have much to say because baseball's not my thing, but, you know, what a game last night is all I got to say. Only giving up 1 earned run, striking out 14 batters. That is something that, you know, that is a performance that will be remembered for years to come, especially if he does pan out like so many people, baseball analysts, baseball experts are projecting him to. That'll be the debut, the major league debut to remember, you know, for years to come. And Jake P, I mean, he's got his next start scheduled against the Indians here soon, and tickets are already flying and selling like crazy, and I believe the game may already be sold out by now. You know, I personally, if he comes to Chicago or Milwaukee anytime soon, which isn't far from us, I'd love to have tickets to watch this guy pitch. I mean, 21 years old and he's a phenom, and who knows, maybe he could lead the Nationals into the postseason this year. It might be a stretch, they're still a little ways back, but, you know, they're still not out of it by any means. What do you think? I mean, does this performance rank as maybe the greatest debut for a starting pitcher in MLB history? Or, you know, I mean, obviously it's hard to say now, but in a few years will that be something we're able to say, and will he really live up to this and pitch like this in the future in most of his starts?
Alright everybody, so Jake P here to give you the Steven Strasburg stuff. So last night, that kid was amazing. I have to say thanks to the fact that I have MLB TV to watch that game. I believe it was free for everyone to watch anyways, maybe. I think it was such typed up. It was amazing. A lot of people are saying that he met the hype and exceeded the hype for last night in his first start, and I have to agree. It took it away from my woes as being a Cubs fan and watching. Well, actually, it was a good game that the Cubs played at the end of the game, and they played their game pretty much during after Strasburg. So, by the way, yeah. So here's the stats for yesterday. That 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Both came on a home run. He had no walks, 14 strikeouts. All of this on 94 pitches and 7 innings. His ERA currently is now standing at 2.57. Batting average against is 167, and his WHIP is .57. Alright, so those are some pretty amazing stats. Yesterday I guessed 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. So I got the innings right. I was 1 hit more. Got the runs right, but I thought 1 would be unearned, but they were both earned. I guessed 2 more walks. There was no walks. He almost walked the first 2 batters though. That was some fun stuff to watch. He was filthy stuff. And I underestimated his strikeouts. I mean, 94 pitches for 14 strikeouts and only 7 innings. I think he was only supposed to pitch around 90 pitches as a pitch count, but they wanted him to get through the 7th inning because he was 1 out away. And so Jim Riggleman let him go through with it. And you may remember he was the Cubs manager when Kerry Wood had his trying strikeout game, and he may have learned some stuff from that fact that he may have kind of ruined Kerry Wood's career a little bit, because a lot of people say after that game Kerry Wood's stuff was never as good. So who knows? But yeah, now we're going to head back to Jake.